Alright, I will be right back. I am just grabbing a quick coffee and I will be back. And we will get the show on the road. Alright. Sorry about that. I need an assistant. Okay. So, Tier 1, again. Not a full lobby. Two lows gone fastest with a 128.4. These guys are quick. Brandon with the 128.9. Jens with the 29.4. Venom in fourth with the 29.6. We've got Diddley with the 29.8. Followed by Iceman, followed by Mad Lemon. P8 is Dan, and Duffman is in ninth. Truck and Duck hasn't settled up yet, nor has Drama or Hunters. All right. Tulu getting out of the way. Getting out of the way again. Very respectful. Well done. Now, truck on his flying lap. Fast driver. Hasn't had a ton of luck to start this season, which was sort of how last season went for him, and he managed to win the whole season. He is our reigning champion, and I expect to see some fast laps out of him. So where does he put himself? He goes sixth fastest. Hunters goes third fastest. Drama getting ready to start his first hot lap. And away we go. Now, one thing I'm noticing already is how much closer. Ooh, gets a little squirrely coming through there. A little too much speed and asked a little too much of the car. The front end wanted to turn, but the back end didn't. That's what we saw there. Caused that wiggle through the S's. So that's lap aborted. Huh. All right. Heading into the pits, I'm sure. Devil Diddley sitting in P4. Truck-a-duck sitting in P7 with 129.8. And we have Zero Chili in chat. Go on tier 1, guys. How was your race, Chili? How did that go for you? Are you pleased? Are you happy with that outcome? So again, we're here in Saudi Arabia. It is the fastest street circuit on the calendar, with 27 twists and turns. And the braver you are, the closer you can get to the walls, the lower your lap times are going to be. But you got to be brave. It was a good race overall, apart from getting spun early. Yep. That's racing, hey? Frustrating, but you keep your head down and you get on with it. So, great drive. That's all we can do. And now Jens. Letting some traffic by. Iceman, who I believe was in our last race. And has filled a seat up here in Tier 1. Sitting in P8. Drama. Heading into the pits. But we have Devil Diddley on a flyer. Yep. Yep. That is the truth, Zero Chili. Devil Diddley. Let's see. Can he improve on his P4? And he does. He goes second quickest with a 28.9. 3 drivers dropping into the 28s so far. Brandon looking really good so far. Sitting on that second row alongside Hunters. And Duffman getting ready to start his final hot lap. And we will stay on board with him. Gets the car slowed down and turned. Through the slower section of the track, even though it's, I wouldn't necessarily call it slow. Over the curb, takes a bit much, but keeps the car in a straight line. And we see Truck Duck getting out of the way. Ooh, so close to those walls. Now, he definitely looks like he's made up some time on this lap. He is flying. Getting oh so close to those walls. Have to be brave. Into turn 27. DRS wing open and up into 6th spot with a 29.550. Brilliant lap. And Trucker Duck looking to get himself out of P8 and a little bit further up the grid. Too low, still got provisional pole. Too low. This lap is looking good. But how good? Can he get into the 28s? No. He can get into the... He did move up one position there into 7th, but it almost felt like he backed out a little bit. So as it stands, Tulu goes even quicker with a 28.3 and has a 6/10 advantage. What can Brandon do? Looks like Drama's about to cross the line as well. No, he's gone into the pit. But Brandon goes second fastest and puts himself on the front row of the grid. So we've got Tulu, Brandon, Jens, Devil Diddley, Hunters, Duffman, Truck in 7th, Venom in 8th, Iceman in 9th, Mad Lemon in 10th, Dan in 11th, Drama in 12th, and You Bad Me. You Bad in 13th. And there you have it. There's your grid.
Sounds right. Sounds
All right. Cars just lining up on the grid. We should be good to go here momentarily. 25 laps of racing around the Jeddah circuit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are off. Some wheel spin at the back of the grid. Tulo gets a good start. And Jens gets by Brannon. Forced a little bit wide, but is all right. We have a virtual safety car already. And we've lost Drama and Dan. So, that didn't take long at all. Again, we had Tier 2 manage another race without one safety car. And Tier 1, we are already into our first virtual safety car. So, hopefully they can get these cars out of the way and we can get racing. But we are down to 11 drivers. We've lost Drama in his Kick Sauber, and we've lost Dan in the Williams. no good. But it looks like we are going full safety car. It is just waiting to pick up the leader. And there you have it, folks. Safety cars. And Devil Diddley, 10 seconds. Speeding in pit lane. Naughty, naughty. A few of the guys have jumped into the pits and have elected to change. I don't know if that was necessarily the right pit strat. We did a third of a lap of racing on these tires, and I would assume track position is probably more important than grabbing a new set of tires at this stage. My personal opinion. I do not think there is a need, and they have put themselves way behind the pack. Some have elected to hop onto the hard tires. And so yeah, we've got a couple people on hards, the rest on mediums, and I don't think there's going to be much an advantage gained there. They'll be able to go longer into the race, but I still think they're hoping on a safety car and get on another set of softs later on, perhaps. And it looks like Ubad is having some connections issues, which is probably why his car is ghosted out. Right there. So, safety car in this lap. I'm assuming that's what this flashing means. We were trying to figure this out last week. And as it's new to this game, the old 2023 did not do this, but I believe it's just sort of a bit of a warning, letting you know that that safety car will be ending. And as we get up here with the leaders, I like to start right here after safety car. We could even start with Duffman, who's moved up 3 positions and is now sitting in P3. Venom's also moved up 4 positions. But you bad me. I don't even know why I keep saying me. It does not say me after you bad. He's up 7 positions. 7 positions. Look at that. But safety car in this lap. Let's get on board and see how Jens reacts to Tulu's restart. He's trying to time it. I think Tulu's going to go right after this corner. A little bit of a switchback here, I think. And no, Tulu has not gone. Now he goes. Nothing overly exciting about that restart. We are racing. We are green, 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 green. Jen's trying to hang on to the back of Tulu. Followed by Duffman, followed by Venom. Hunters in P5. We've got Ubad in 6th. We've got Brandon in 7th, who has dropped 5 grid positions after putting himself on the 2nd row in qualifying. Trucker Ducks lost a position as well. Mad Lemon in the Ferrari. He's got Devil Diddley all over him, and I've got a feeling our DRS should be opening soon. Next lap. Tulo sets a new fastest lap of a 131.609. And Iceman struggling, and he's starting to fall off the pace a little bit here. Perhaps having a problem switching those hards on. Didn't warm them up properly. But we'll see if he can close that gap a little bit. I do believe he's a tier 2 driver, so the fact that he is out here competing against the quicker guys, that's awesome. He'll learn. He'll get quicker racing with the quicker guys. Sorry, I can't believe I'd be last in tier 1. Yeah, they're quick. They're quick. I think when I was running my time trial laps, I was down to a 29.1. So even I'd be mid-pack here in tier 1. They're quick. But really, I haven't spent a whole lot of time on this game. I maybe did 10, maybe 15 laps the other night, just so that I could be a little bit more aware of how the track is behaving, how the cars are behaving in the new game. I just wanted to, like I said, I hadn't played it, so just to give myself a little bit more understanding of what you guys might have been going through and feeling during this race. They must be cheating. Absolutely. Aliens, eh? Gotta love them. All right, so gents, he is not letting Tulo get away. All these top three are actually still pretty tight. They've managed to put a bit of a gap between them and fourth. The handling was better before the updates? Is that what you're saying? I didn't race it before the updates. Those updates came pretty quick. Right? Like a day or two after it was released, like the full release, not the early bird release, but I would have liked to have tested that. I found personally, the car to be quite a bit pointier, like very responsive on the front end. With this after the update, anyways, very responsive on the front end, which sort of catches the back end out a little bit. I found myself really having to take care of that back end. Mind you, in saying that, I found it a lot easier out of the hole, coming out of the corners, coming out of the lower speed stuff to get on the power. Even easier than last year's game. So I find getting on the power is a little bit easier this year, and I'm not sure if that's the same before the update, but I think it's made it a bit more user-friendly for some drivers, but maybe taken away some of the realism from the rest of us, by the sounds of it. All right. Looking for battles. Oh, I love this shot. I love the helicopter. Oh. Some of these night tracks are just beautiful with the neon and always with the Ferris wheels. Oh, before the update, you could feel the weight. Yeah, okay. Okay. So people didn't like. That's probably the part that people didn't like. So maybe a little bit more lethargic in its responsiveness and cornering. Oh yeah, and braking, yeah. That makes sense. That's a good point. Um, Coming from GT7, one of the things I always told my drivers in our team academy was that you need to be adaptable. Don't tell me that this is my driving style. Right? Like, I need a car to feel this way, or I need a car to feel that way. You're actually hindering yourself, and you're not getting any quicker. Too many people get stuck. Oh, this is my driving style, and And really, we can have our tendencies, you know, like I like a real pointy car. Um, I like the car when I turn the wheel, I want it to turn. Anything else, I'm not too concerned about. But when I want the car to turn, I want the car to turn. But I also realize that that doesn't work everywhere, and that doesn't work with every car. Um, Sometimes you need to set a car up that's a little bit lazier, and that's the quickest way through the circuit. So knowing when to have your car set super pointy, and knowing when to sacrifice some of that downforce for your top end. And yeah, it's going to change the way it feels in the slower stuff, but that's adapting. 100%. And finally, Jens gets the move up the inside and takes over P1 just in time. We catch that move. Now these top three are sticking together, working together, and have managed to pull a 5-second gap. Hunters jumps in the pits. Maybe a mistake was made there, but we have our order is Jens, Tulu, Venom, Brandon in 4th, Duffman in 5th, Mad Lemon in 6th, Truckaduck in 7th, You Bat in 8th, Iceman in 9th, and Hunters in 10th. And we've lost Devil Diddley, unfortunately. Now Venom up 5 positions. Has fallen a little bit off the pace of these two. Tulu dives into the pits. And Venom dives into the pits. Jen stays out. Brandon stays out. He's on set of hards, so he is going to go long into this race, I think. Running out of coffee again. I'll tell you, these European time slots are early for me over on the west coast of Canada. Actually, it's not that early anymore, but I'm still on coffee. It is 1:45 my time. Mad Lemon now up into 3rd place, so maybe, just maybe, truck right on him. Maybe the guys that did pit under that yellow flag and change for the harder compound, maybe that's going to pay off. As Mad Lemon lets truck go by without much of a fight. Truck's up 5 positions. Mad Lemon's up 7. You Bad is up 9. We are on. Oh, I guess we're about halfway through our race. Now, We've lost 3 drivers. We've lost a 4th driver, Jens. Oh, no. And doesn't appear to have brought out any safety cars. Brandon will need to box. Maybe not. He might have been one of the ones that stopped earlier. But there's no way those hards are going to go to the end. Oh. Really? I didn't catch it, Jens. I just kind of looked up and saw that you had DNF'd. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get Stroll on that and get the team back at the factory to take a look at that suspension and see if there's something they can do to get some more reliability out of it. Now we've got Ubad getting around Tulu. Ubad hasn't made any stops yet, so he will need to stop. Those mediums won't last, and they got to be careful. Tulu, be careful. You do not need to risk it. I think this race is going to come back to you. And Ubad does go into the pits there, I believe. No? Yeah. Duffman and Mad Lemon doing some racing. Let's hop on board with Mad and see if he has any response for Duffman here. That's racing, Jens. We all have our days and all it takes is one mental lapse for a moment, just a split second, and it can all get taken away. But in saying that, we get back on the simulator, we put in the work, and we come out stronger next round. Brennan still hanging on to the top spot here. And Truckaduck has worked himself up into P2. And it looks like he is starting to work those rears a little bit. They're getting... He's got to watch that oversteers. Especially coming out of the corners and those high speed. That's where I find it's difficult. Coming through these high speed sweepers. You're asking the car to turn and keep grip and all that, and the backs just aren't dealing with it very well. I assume as this race has gone on, we've also lost a bit of track temperature, and that could be something that the guys are starting to notice. Live and learn. Live and learn. You're all good, gents. Keep your chin up. At the end of the day, it's a game. We're here for fun. Not that crashing out is fun, but it's part of it. Geez, I remember I made the swap from Gran Turismo and raced my first F1 league last year with some of you guys. And first race, first corner, I make contact with, might have been Truck. Might have been Truck-a-Duck, actually. So my first experience in F1 racing was contact into turn one, causing the spin and putting me into a barrier. My race lasted literally 14 seconds. And that's when I realized F1 was way different than Gran Turismo. But that's the nature of this beast. It's a different beast. Now, there is not a battle anywhere on track. The closest might be these two. And Tulu actually starting to make some gains on Truck-a-Duck here. But Brannon is gone. He is looking good, looking sharp. We are on lap 19 of 25. And I'm going to start making my predictions for driver of the day. Y'all can join me in chat if you want. Honestly, Truck has had a great race. But I might actually give it to Iceman in this one so far. Maybe even you bad because, mind you, I don't think a ton of those. Well, Brandon started P2, so he's definitely near the front to begin with. Very seldom do I. Starry was an exception because he drove his ass off and drove himself to the front. Much like Truck or Venom here, they've moved up 4 positions. Truck's got himself into a podium position. Truck will probably most likely be the driver of the day due to where he started and where he's finished and how the game works. But honestly, Brandon has driven a brilliant race. That's true. He did get damage. And has recovered. That's interesting. Could be might be Brandon. I'm gonna say it's Brandon, Truck, or Venom. Shall we take a look at the tires? That's not say. So is Truck. Truck's done 19 laps on those hards as well. They boxed at the same time on that red flag. And same with Iceman. Interesting. Interesting how that played out. I was curious if that free stop was going to pay off, and it looks like it is. Nice little shot of Brandon coming through the harbor there. Now, Tulu on the fresher set of tires by a whole bunch with basically 4 3/4 laps to go. Will he be able to close that gap that is shrinking? Also, what's the penalties? So he just has to be inside that 3-second window, and he is closing that gap up. So as long as he doesn't take a penalty, Tulu is looking good. Most guys have done a 1-stop. Mad Lemon's done a 2-stop. and is up 5 positions. Mad Lemon is making a bid for driver of the day. Gets around Hunters. And these two, the league owners, deciding to have a little battle of their own. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Hit that like, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever you got to do. If you've enjoyed it, if I've earned your subscription, hopefully I have. Oh, Mad starting to pull away from Hunters there a bit. And Tulu now getting really close to Brandon. Two laps remain. Can he get it done on track and not have to worry about that penalty? I think so. But yes, give it to Brandon. He is doing an incredible job on those old hards. But I think now Tulu is right on the gearbox. I think Brandon may be forced to concede this position on track. Let's see, does he go defensive? He does not. Tulu is not close enough to make the move happen this time, but decides to take a little peek up the inside. Brandon having to harvest energy, and Tulu gets the move done going into turn 1. And now Brandon with a 10-second gap to third place behind him. Not a lot going on there, so we will stick with these two for this final lap of the race. Brilliantly driven race by both of these guys. Oh, are you kidding me? No. Wow. I am absolutely gutted for Brandon. What a race. And that moves Truck into P2. Well, Venom and Truck now having a bit of a go at it. And we are racing to the finish. Truck, long way around. And they are racing to the line. And Venom crosses first. So we've got Tulu, Venom, and Truckaduck, your top 3. Mad Lemon into 4th. Hunters crosses the line in 5th. Duffman in 6th. Here comes Iceman. Back-to-back races. Good job to him. Finishing in 7th. And finally, You Bad comes across in 8th. And there you have it. Absolutely gutted for Brandon. Mad Lemon, driver of the day. Congrats. I figured he was making a bid for that near the end there. So good job. Here's our podium. I'm actually going to let this play out a bit as I'd like to get some of this footage for possible intros or exit videos or montages or what other cool things I can think of to do. But there you have it. I will run through. No, I did not go through the season stats so far. They're the standings. But we will go through that. I will be on the ball next round. I will have all this information ready to pop up on the screen. And we will crush it. So, your winner, Tulu, Trucky Duck, and whoever that was. Come on. Tell them you're on a PS4 without telling them you're on a PS4. Yikes. Ugh. How come I didn't get the standings? Anyways. I believe it was Tulo, Truckadock, and Venom. Or Tulo, Venom, Truckaduck. I think that was the order. Whew. Thanks for watching. It's been another great weekend of racing. Congrats to all our podium. I want to thank all my followers for showing up. I want to thank Debbie Energy. I want to thank First Ride Racing for putting this all together. But next week, let's take a look at our schedule. Next week, we are in Baku. Azerbaijan. Another street circuit. Tight. Certainly not as flowy as Jeddah is here. So another one that the driver's going to have to worry about, these barriers that seem to be causing so much havoc. But I'm going to head out of here. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will be back here next week on the Corey TV for round 4 in Baku. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.